Do the
Hey,
Trump.
everybody. Welcome back to another episode of It's Happening Now. I'm your host, Scott. With me tonight is Greg down there below me. Next to him is Devin.
It's gone.
And we got Chris right across from me.
What up, everybody?
It is Tuesday, April 30th, I believe. Yes. April
Yes,
30th.
last day of April.
Yes, last day of April.
Tuesday.
Well, tonight we got a good show for you. We got Pro-Gaza protesters vandalizing, of course. What else is new? Everybody vandalizes all the time. And murder suspects eating faces. The zombies are coming for you.
Dun, dun, dun.
I like cheese.
We'll kick off the murder suspect eating.
Well,
face.
do you before you go there? Do you want to tell
I'm
everybody
sorry. Yes, I forgot. Thank
the
you,
good
Chris.
news of the day?
We have some good news. There is one judge out there that has a little bit of decency, and he's allowing Trump to go to his youngest son's graduation. So bravo to that judge. Yeah. Good job.
One good move.
Right.
We'll see how
we'll take the baby steps, you know.
We'll see if we can trust him.
Isn't that the same judge that's currently doing the witch hunt?
Probably. He's still a bad guy.
He's still a mean person, but
probably. Yeah. But we got to give a little credit where credit's due. So
at least
okay.
Some humanity.
But remember, please to also like, subscribe, and share. But we'll start off. I'll bring up this story. Ring the bell. As Greg's showing us all right there. Ring that bell. Well, we got a murder suspect accused of eating victims' face at a bus stop near Las Vegas Strip. I read this story. There's not a lot of detail, but it's crazy. I mean, I understand protecting yourself if you're being attacked or whatever, but let's not eat people. I mean, I'm just saying for a friend. Devin, what do you think about this?
I mean, I'm not entirely sure what to think. I mean, did the dude get back up after he got his face eaten off? You know, I mean,
no. To the best of my knowledge, the guy is dead. The victim is dead. To the best of my knowledge,
no zombies. In which case, we're safe. But if things start to happen like that, you know, there's bigger stories here.
I understand. I truly do. Have you seen the price of groceries? I mean, people have to get their food where they can get it.
No.
I mean, have you been to the store? A steak, one steak is like $50. I don't know what face tastes like, but if the prices keep going up, we all might be trying face here soon. I mean, I guess you can get some good recipes from the barbecue down there in Haley, leader of the gang. I'm sure he'll tell you what to use to spice it up.
Wow. Is this make cannibalism great again?
In the story, he ate an eyeball. So, I mean, maybe that's a new delicacy, you know, human eyeball. I don't know. What do you think, Chris?
I've heard eyeballs taste pretty good.
I heard they taste great.
Yeah.
Like eyeball soup, I believe they had in Indiana Jones. One of the Indiana Jones had eyeball soup, if I remember.
Well, you kind of answered my question on it. You want to go to bring that down?
Oh, yeah. You want me to take it down?
I got it. You kind of answered my question. My question was going to be, did the dude die, or is he still alive and has to get face reconstructive surgery?
I'm pretty sure that guy died.
I'm laughing because I'm not laughing at the death. You know, I mean, that's sad.
There's other stories where, like the first one from it was California, Florida. I think it was Florida. You're right, Florida. Yeah. Some guy attacked a homeless dude, ate his face, but that guy lived.
So did it say anywhere in there that the guy was on drugs or anything? Because at first with the Florida one, they tried to say he was on drugs, and then they said he wasn't. So like that one never really answered any questions.
There's not a lot of info. All it says is that the murderer said that he was he was attacked first by the victim. But he doesn't go into any detail about that. You know what I mean? They didn't give any detail as to why he was eating the other dude. So I don't know. They did bring up in the story the thing about another victim, though. There was a guy that died or something or was killed, and there's another dude eating his leg. Let's not eat people, please.
Well, look,
I get what Greg's saying, but
I was about to say I'm with Greg
people.
on this one, man. I'm gonna have to stand with Greg on this one, man. I mean, food prices are extremely high, and humans are free.
Oh man.
They're just walking around out there with no fencing or no
fence. There's just you can lead them around with like maybe a piece of licorice or something like, well, maybe not licorice. That's no good. But
so this just in, even cannibalism is Biden's fault. So
exactly, yeah. I mean, look, hold on. I'm a huge Walking Dead fan.
Look, hold on. I thought you had a real news story saying that. I was going to say, do you really say that?
It is a news story.
I'm a huge Walking Dead fan. They did this in The Walking Dead where there was a group eating people and stuff.
$1.20 for one eyeball. I mean, there's a discount if you buy bulk, but you know what I mean? For free.
I get it, but I don't. I mean, look, I think we can also afford like some bags of rice, some bags of potatoes. I don't think we're to the eating humans point yet.
I mean, he had a free Chinese buffet.
Oh no! I apologize for my co-host.
We're just joking.
We're just joking. Yeah, it's definitely crazy that happened, but
yeah. I wish there was more details because
this ain't the first time it's happened. So
yeah.
Does anything really surprise you guys anymore? Like, look, I've seen this meme earlier, and it said, "Your son or your kids are not allowed to dress up like Native Americans, but a grown man can play pretend and be a woman."
Right.
And that's the world. That is the world we live in now. Is your kid can't dress up as a Native American, cowboys and Indians like we all grew up playing.
Right.
But a grown man can, and not just on Halloween, can walk around all year long talking about I'm a woman. So this doesn't really surprise me. I mean, not only that, but this has happened several times so far. As Greg mentioned a little bit ago, there's a dude in Haiti that just barbecues them for you. I wonder if he's really using recipes or if he's just serving up leg or arm. Or hey, what was that on Fallout? Butt jerky.
Butt jerky.
Butt
jerky just doesn't make itself.
That's right. It doesn't make itself. I mean,
it's crazy.
I always wanted to believe that we as humans were one of the things that made us more civilized was we don't eat each other, but apparently that's out the window now. I mean, everything's
hold on. You just haven't traveled the world, bro. There's whole regions
look. I know, but in my defense, those groups have never been anywhere near modern society.
Here's something. Ask Biden's uncle,
right?
Playing in Yana.
Oh yeah.
I mean, that's a made-up story.
Wait, weren't the Aztecs cannibals? Were they?
I don't know if they probably did.
Every civilization, at some point, has been.
I mean, they were like huge cannibals.
They believe that if you ate the heart or the body parts of your enemies, you would gain their powers.
There can only be one, so to speak. They would call it. Or
my dog, God bless its rest its soul, used to eat my Bluetooths because I guess he thought he could talk to me while I was away. If he just ate,
he was trying to communicate, bro, and you just
wanted $100. But
I got an argument on Facebook with somebody over a conversation similar to this, right? Which look, I'm not advocating to eat people, okay, but let me just get this out. Okay. So no, he was going off, and he's a good guy, you know me, but he loves animals and everything. And he was going off about this story about Vietnamese and Chinese people eating dogs and cats and stuff like that. And I tried to explain it to him the best I could. I was like, look, we live in America where there's abundance of food and we eat certain things. But just like in America, we eat cows. In India, they praise them. They don't eat them. In China, they eat cats because it's a delicacy. I mean, I don't know if it's just in China, Vietnamese and everything. They do it in those countries because it is a delicacy. It's what they eat. We have them as pets. In India, they praise cows and they're starving to death. There's a hamburger right there and they won't eat it.
Right.
That hamburger actually trumps them in the streets and they just look at it like, I've been blessed.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. It just pooped on my face, and it's a blessing.
I just read a.
Just flings it.
Yeah.
Just yes. Rubbing it in.
I'm
sorry.
I got the cow milks in my eyes. I was blind, but now I can see.
Right, but you get what I'm saying, though, right? Is there's a lot of different cultures out there that eat a lot of different things, and we're just blessed to live in America where we have an abundance of food, and we don't have to go down that route of eating cats and dogs. You know.
Right.
I mean, but you should never eat a human. So don't do that.
Right. Please don't.
In America, where you can get bacon on everything that ever exists.
Absolutely. Dude, you can get bacon on your salad, on your pie, anything.
No
pancakes.
No eating humans unless you have Frank's Red Hot sauce, because you got to put that shit on.
Oh, dude, it makes everything better.
That's a fair point. That's a fair point.
Speaking of making things better, I don't know. This is not better. I'll put that out there, but we're gonna share this.
Worse.
Pro-Gaza protesters vandalized Gaza. Sorry, Gaza.
You keep adding it in.
I don't know. Gaza.
Okay,
Pro-Gaza. Sorry, go ahead. Sorry.
You guys are messing me up even worse. Pro-Gaza protesters vandalized George Washington University campus, desecrate George Washington statue with anti-American graffiti. Now,
kick them out.
I kind of agree to that. I mean, what are we doing? I don't know why this is our history. I don't know why we're defacing our history and trying to erase our own history.
That's what you do. If you want to change history, you have to delete history before you can change
if you want to change or if you want to repeat it.
But as Americans, let's not do this. Why is there not an even bigger group of people standing out there in front of that statue saying you will not?
Because
play the video.
Play the video.
I'll play the video. I haven't watched the video, so
they're like little kids. They put stickers on everything.
Make it bigger.
George Washington University's campus.
That's it.
Sorry.
And this statue happens to be in the middle of the pro-Palestinian encampment on the university.
I don't remember him carrying around a flag like that.
It's like you watch the little kids in the cars and they go by and they have stickers all over the window. It's like, that's what the little kids do. But just to go with this, but just 3 hours ago, the pro-Hamas extremists in North Carolina, UNC, attacked the police. I will show you a video of that. It's 2 minutes, so I'm going to cut it short, but this is some pretty crazy crap right here.
Oh, I think I saw this earlier.
I just want you to notice Officer Betty down there in the left-hand corner. She keeps walking around like she's going to do something, but she never does.
Right.
No, she's watching the other officers' backs, though. You got to give her credit for that.
Yeah.
She's not doing a very good job because everybody else is doing it.
All right, I don't think much more happens than that. I didn't get to see that.
Was really
fast
boring.
Right.
Where's the
the point?
Oh, there it goes.
What?
Did they start attacking? No. Okay, never mind. They charge forward. She gets knocked down and she cries.
Yeah.
Oh shit! Who did I just take off? Sorry, Devin. My bad, bro. That was me.
weak.
I hit my mouse. It was down there and it knocked him out.
All good.
But this right here, sorry about that. These are the people that you're going to get a civil war with there. Those are the people. Didn't mean to show all that.
But I'm okay with
they didn't do much.
Peaceful protesting. That's what America's about. But they're screaming at these officers, and the officers have no say in anything. I mean, if the officers are there to maintain order, then at that point, and you need to some degree back off and just be like, all right, look, we're just protesting. We're not trying to cause trouble.
The funny thing is, if you took these students and you sent them to
those
Gaza,
places,
they would kill them.
Yeah, 100%.
They are not your friends.
Right.
They don't want to be your friend. Right. In all facts, they think that you are Satan. Right. And the most merciful thing they can do to you is cut your head off. I mean, I'm not saying that everybody doesn't deserve to live the way they want to live. They absolutely should deserve the way they want to live. But I have a problem. If Catholics were out cutting off Muslim heads, I'd have a problem with that. Christians were out there cutting off Jewish people's heads, I'd have a problem with that. If Buddhists were out there dirty bombing Hindus, I'd have a problem with that. The world is big enough. We can all live the way we want to live. We don't need to be attacking each other.
Right.
Well,
it's, you know, that's, I was going to say something like that earlier. Look, I mean, Chris touched on it the other day. I hate to keep going over these same stories over and over and over. It's the same 3 to 5 stories, and it's always Ukraine, Russia, government blowing all our money, protests about something, the world basically on fire, and we're the ones setting it off on fire, unfortunately. And I mean, it's like, look, can everybody just take a deep breath? Well, before, let me give a disclaimer. Always keep your guns, protect yourselves, don't ever give up your weapons. But can everybody take a deep breath for 5 or 10 minutes and stop killing one another, please? I mean,
this is
maybe
Texas. Of these students who think they're justice warriors getting pepper sprayed.
Right.
You're gonna be okay. You're gonna be okay.
Look how the panic.
I know, from pepper spray.
Dude, listen.
My backpack has my iPad in it. Oh, fuck me. Oh my God. Fuck me. Look up.
Dude.
Yeah.
Listen.
They act like
these are the people that are going to fight the ultimate war.
Right.
These are the people that are going to fight the ultimate war.
When we were in the when I was in the joint, dude, that was on the daily. Yeah. We had to, like, if somebody got pepper sprayed or anything like that in the block, and it happened a lot.
Right.
You 2, 3, 4 days worth of your throat hurt and your eyes burn and stuff like that. And it's in the air. It doesn't go away, right?
Mm-hmm.
But we
There's not great ventilation in the jail.
We just accepted it for what it was. It didn't burn that bad. I mean, pepper sprayed and stuff like that. Man, it doesn't hurt that. I mean, that was ridiculous. It don't hurt that bad. Those people would not make it in any type of conflict. You know what I mean? That kind of conflict, a war zone conflict. They would never make it.
Think that these are actually students from the University of Florida?
No, I don't.
Or are these paid?
Oh, I didn't know you. I thought you was talking about the other ones. I would say they're paid agitators.
Oh, absolutely.
And look, here we touched on this on the phone call. Like what we have, you know what I mean? We talk all damn day because we're truck drivers. And we have nothing else to do. Well, we have other stuff to do. But anyway, these people these days, these young kids, they have no what we would call strife. And so they're looking for any and everything. And they grab onto any protest. They don't even know what they're about. They have no idea what's going on. Like Greg said, they would go over to Gaza. If they were to go over to Gaza and be like, we're here to help, they would kill them. They would not allow those people to even step foot on their soil. They would destroy them really quickly too. By the look of it,
supports pro-Palestine protesters on U.S. campuses.
Of course they do. They want us to be divided as far and on every corner because look, we've said this. It says it. It's one of our famous sayings in this country. Now, divided we fall. Together we, or what is it?
United we stand.
United we stand.
Divided we fall.
Divided we fall. Right.
April May showers.
And they
Sure.
Now,
Sure.
that was a little inside
screwed that
joke.
up a little bit, but
I'm going to show you two things real quick. And this should scare the crap out of you. If you want to see American blood spilled on our soil, these are the two things that's going to start it right here.
Wow.
This first one is from AB or CBS News America. And I want you to hear what she says Biden has plans of doing.
This news exclusively on CBS News. The Biden administration is considering a plan to allow some Palestinian refugees to come here to the United States. That's according to internal federal government documents that were obtained by CBS's Camilo Montoya Galvez. According to the plan, some Palestinians fleeing the war would be offered a permanent safe haven here in the U.S. And one option under consideration is to allow those who have immediate family members who are either American citizens or permanent residents to enter the country if they pass various background checks first. The plans would require coordination with Egypt, which has so far refused to allow large numbers of people from Gaza to cross the border into that country. This news exclusively.
Now, why do you think Egypt doesn't want people from Palestine in their country?
Because they will destroy it.
These people are taught hate from the very beginning. From the beginning. I mean, their kid shows teach them to kill people. I mean, that is what they do. Now, the next part is going to take me a little bit to get down.
Here's one Biden regime considering flooding U.S. with refugees from Gaza.
Now, okay.
What is that? What was that?
Parachutes. It was parachutes coming down.
It was food, right? Yeah.
All right, here. This is the next part to what I was going to tell you. Now, I want you to hear, all right, what is omitted in this exchange with Matt Gaetz, and I believe it's a head of I can't remember. He'll tell you.
Just said there'll be about 1,000 U.S. service members operating a pier system off of Gaza. How many of them will have guns, Mr. Secretary?
Well, typically all of the deployed service members carry guns, and they have the ability to protect themselves if challenged.
So if someone from land in Gaza shoots at our service members who are on the $320 million pier that we're building, you're telling me our service members can shoot back?
They have the right to return fire to protect themselves. Now,
well, do we think that's like? So now I want to move to the likelihood that you think someone from land in Gaza might shoot at our service members on this pier. Do you think that that's a likely scenario?
That's possible. Yes.
This is a very telling moment, Mr. Secretary, because you've said something that's quite possible that could happen, right? Shots from Gaza on our service members, and then the response, our armed service members shooting live fire into Gaza. That is a possible outcome here so that we can become the Port Authority and run this pier. Right?
That's correct. You know, I expect that we will always have the ability to protect ourselves.
On the ground? President Biden told the country that we weren't going to have boots on the ground in Gaza.
And we won't.
Okay, but you guys parse the distinction between, like, when Americans think boots on the ground, they think Americans in harm's way or engaged actively in a conflict. You guys seem to be sort of saying that boots on a pier connected to the ground, connected to service members shooting into Gaza, doesn't count as boots on the ground?
Does not.
We're going to have a different perspective on that. And if we're going to have people shooting into Gaza, we probably should have a vote on that, pursuant to our war powers.
Now,
I love Matt Gaetz, man.
I do too.
I do, man. He gets to the point and he makes them look so retarded.
What do you think is going to happen with the Muslim population over here that support Palestine if we start shooting into Palestine?
It's going to be all out war.
It's going to be World War III.
There you go. I mean, they are setting us up for total bloodshed on this country.
Dude, I've been saying this for how long now that it's going to be an inside job. We're going to get attacked. We have been these people have been pouring into our southern border for a long time now. And through our northern border, through our southern border, Biden was flying them over here and dropping them off in cities. You know what I mean? We've been infiltrated. And if they decide that they want to, I mean, look around. How many do they know of? It's 10 plus million, right? That's the ones they know of.
Yeah, right.
That's an army.
That's a very large army.
That is the world's
army.
That's the world's largest army.
I mean,
and they're in our borders. Not all of them are going to be doing stuff like that. I agree with. We've had this conversation, Greg, where there's probably a lot of them that came over here and they want a better life, and I understand that 100%. I mean, it is a really crazy world out there, and it is an honor, a blessing to be born as a U.S. citizen. I mean, we were blessed at birth to live in this country.
We won the lottery.
Yes, won the lottery. We were blessed by God himself to be born and raised in this country.
But how many Americans spilled their blood to have this?
I agree. And that's and we work for it. And then these people are just coming in. Our government is just giving them all of our money, and they are letting these people. I mean, if you look around at the states and the cities that they have just overwhelmed with these immigrants, it's chaos. You know what I mean? Chaos. And the people are mad, and then people are like, why are they so mad? Well, they're not mad until they come to their city. Then they're like, oh, I understand now. It's just like when they sent them to Martha's Vineyard. How long did that last? Right. About a day, and they were gone. You know what I mean? Because they want you to let them live with you, because you are a peasant. You can't live with royalty. Not allowed.
It is. Well, I didn't tell you, in Columbia University in Virginia, when they blocked themselves into the library, they wanted passes and wristbands for other students to be allowed access to the library. They blocked a Jewish student from entering the library, a paying Jewish student at Columbia University. Now, I'm not taking either sides. I don't know which side's good. I don't know what goes on over there. I know the propaganda media tells me what goes on over there. I know that the propaganda
from both sides
media is all Jewish, pretty much ran. But I did not see on news 5,000 Jewish people or hundreds of Jewish people paratrooping over into Gaza. I don't know. I'm not taking sides. What I am saying is it's got to stop. People have just got to learn to live together.
That's what I was saying earlier. Can we all take a deep breath?
Impossible.
Stop killing one another and figure out a mutual compromise, at least for a few minutes.
I agree with Devin on that.
I know they won't.
It's impossible.
It is
never happen. The only way that this ends is with one side winning and the other side.
You're right.
That's the only way this ends.
They just have to.
That's where I'll disagree. We've had civility for a long time.
No,
I don't think we're too far yet. I think it would take a lot of work, but I don't think we're too far.
The stability where?
This is
wait, hold on.
This is different.
Look, right. It is different.
If you want to look at every part of the world, sure, there's probably some skirmish.
We're running out of time.
Somewhere, but overall, look, during 4 years of Trump, you didn't hear about any wars. Nobody was.
But there was going on. See, look,
he was going for treaties with people. You know what I mean?
Right. He was trying. I have a question for you though. What you said, stability where, Scott?
Everywhere.
Not across. No.
For a long time we had civility in the U.S., but now the last 3.5 years or whatever of Biden, that shit's out the window. I mean, even part of Trump's term, they were hiring people.
I would say there was some stability. Yemen was still doing their thing or whatever, that thing over there, it was still going full force. I mean, the Afghanistan, Iranian, like all that stuff was still there. You just didn't hear about it. Like Greg said just a second ago, dude, it was they only tell you what they want to tell you.
You're right. Look, I mean, there's always going to be some skirmish somewhere. But what I'm saying though is there's different levels of it. There's, the world's burning on fire and everybody's fighting. And then there's a few little fires here and there. Let's get back to the few little fires here and there. Maybe
the few little fires here and there gave them the ability to stack up all this stuff and do what they're doing now. Why you think there's stability they're over here planning their next attack, and they're just waiting. I mean, look at what Gaza did to Israel. You know what I mean? Like I agree with Greg too on that one. I don't pick a side on that. I don't know what their strife is. I don't know what they're going through over there. You know what I mean? I'm an American citizen, again, blessed. Right. But they sat there and they just waited, stocked up on ammo, munitions, and when the time came, and that's what they do almost every time. They wait. Next thing you know, they blow up something else in Israel. I mean, I don't know who's wrong.
You want to change it? Get rid of the corrupt people in charge, because they're the ones that keep.
That's the only way. Dude,
I want to show. This. I know we're going to run this a little long, but this is a kids program from Gaza. All right, this is.
I've seen these.
Yeah. All right. This is
before the show delivers the moral of the story. Don't try this at home. But Nahul didn't leave the show because of his naughty behavior.
Here
young
is
viewers are
cat.
told that the cuddly bee died because the Israeli siege on Gaza prevented him from reaching a hospital. The overtly political message and the use of violence has made the show controversial, but the program makers are unapologetic about how they approach their younger audience.
We want to have children involved with the channel, and we care about their reaction to our programs. So we have live shows to make sure that the message is relayed the way we intended.
Perhaps the most famous scene from the children's show, a Mickey Mouse lookalike being beaten to death by an Israeli. It could be a television.
All right, I think that's enough of that.
What? Violence.
I want to know what Davin. What do you think about?
I'm sorry. I think my take is not going to be taken well. I think, like you said, little fires to big fires. I say let the fires burn themselves out. I say let everybody go at it. Let's have our wars, whatever they're going to be. Let the people who win, and who lose, and let's be done with this crap and move on.
Run their own
there is no other way than victory or defeat in the world. There is no, oh, hey, everybody gets a participation trophy and all we all grab hands and sing Kumbaya. That doesn't exist.
Never happens.
No,
right.
I agree with you to some extent. I get that. I mean, sometimes you got to let the skirmishes work themselves out. I understand. It's like two young boys that keep going at each other. Sometimes you got to let them fight it out. I understand that. But right now, people have it's like somebody grabbed a giant hornet's nest and shook the crap out of it, and now it's got everybody going. You know what I'm saying?
Well, let's
see
that's
what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
let it happen, because
I
if
agree.
It doesn't happen, it was just going to cause more issues. So
I mean, it is crazy. I mean, in Gaza, you know what I mean? This is a daily scene. I mean, this is what they do. They don't. Kids as young as 6 just have guns. They go out, they shoot the guns. They
look at them. They're pointing the guns at each other. That's how.
I mean, look, that's not a
that's
fake
not
gun.
even. No, those aren't fake.
No, I mean,
those are real guns.
That guy
that's a real gun right there.
I was about to say they have better guns than I do.
I know. I was saying some of them have better guns than we do.
Look,
that's bull
hello,
crap.
dude. He's got an anti-aircraft. I can't own that here. So I'm thinking their gun balls are more free than ours. I mean, what is that? That is not. That is the life over there. Those are not fake.
Right.
I mean, they're just ready to kill people. They are taught to kill people. I mean, when Hamas flew over and was killing Jews, they were taking pictures. The men were like, "Look, I killed a Jew. I killed a Jewish person." They were excited. They killed it. Maybe. It was something to celebrate.
Maybe part of the fix is let's not teach our children just to kill. I mean,
but who does that? Who does?
I mean, I get the
corrupt people in charge.
Let's not teach the children to kill. You know, what I mean, there's a lot of times there's an alternative way.
They don't teach the children in Israel to kill, and guess what? They get killed by the people from Gaza.
You're right.
And it's
terrible. Anyway, look, I mean, I don't know why we can't take these two different people and just go, here, you live over here, you live over here.
It doesn't work.
The problem with your thesis there about just let wars rage is they never end peacefully. They get bigger and bigger weapons.
Well, yeah, they never end.
Someone nukes somebody.
Right.
It spreads.
Right.
You want to get rid of it? The people in power. I mean, let's look at the Democrat Party for one. Let's look at New York City. Let's look at Chicago. Let's look at Los Angeles. Strictest gun laws in the country. Yet there's murder everywhere. People shooting people
everywhere.
Like they call Chicago Chirac.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It is.
You've seen the videos of people walking up on cops and just gunning them down right there in broad daylight. I mean,
once you shooting each other, if there's strife in the streets, you don't pay attention to what they do. You don't pay attention to them taking your freedoms away. You don't pay attention to any of that. All you're worried every day is how to survive. You got the people in the government who are owned by the military complex. The people that want to build weapons, they want to use the weapons. That's money. Their stock market, their CEOs, the companies make money. Everybody profits off of it. Let's have more wars. So the CIA goes in there. I mean, it's proven with what's her name,
takes the hornet's nest, right?
And Ukraine, where they overthrew the president. It happens all the time. They send in intelligence. They start a coup. They put the coup in there. It starts into a civil war. And what happens? We give them weapons. We give them money. We go in. We fight.
Fund both sides.
We fund both sides.
I understand what you're saying.
Dude, I showed you guys that meme of Israel and Hamas shooting rockets at each other. And it was like, my taxpayer dollars. Somehow also my taxpayer dollars.
And that's true.
It's both sides.
Look, I get what
it
saying,
is.
but the Jews and the Muslims have been fighting for far longer than we have been around.
But do they have to?
Yeah.
They have been fighting since what? The beginning?
Right there. Hold on. Go back one right there. You see that picture? That's why they're fighting, because from the time they pop out of their mama, they put a gun in their hands and go, we hate these people.
And
that's
what
why
are you going to do to stop it? Walk in there and force them to have a different culture, different opinion, a different belief?
We don't.
You can do what Greg was just saying.
You can do things to help. Say, hey, let's not do this. You know what I mean?
But
like what?
But
there's ways of manipulating anything. I don't know off the top of my head what it would be, but there's ways of manipulating any situation.
No.
Hey, Dominic's here.
Let it happen. Man.
What up, Dominic?
What's going on, Dominic? I would say, like, I agree with what Greg was saying too. Is these cities, even in the United States, where strictest gun laws and all that, you as an American citizen, a law-abiding citizen, we'll make it as hard as we can for you to own a gun.
Right.
But every gangster on the street,
they got better guns
has a gun. Yeah. They have fully automatics. They don't have to go get a permit. They just have them. So the
criminals will always be criminals.
Well, the system's designed that way.
Right.
You grow up with, a fatherless home. You look for somebody as a father figure, and it's the OG, and he's gonna put a gun in your hand. He's gonna help you sell. So he's gonna have you on the street selling,
right,
and all that.
Help you make some money.
And the government keeps it that way for a reason. You know what I mean? You as a regular citizen, you can't protect yourself.
And they're always working against us. I mean, that's just what it comes down to.
And they always are. And that's the problems that the Democrats have made those cities their strongholds, and they have made life for those people very, very hard. And if you look across the world, they do the same thing there with Gaza and Iran, Afghanistan. I mean, you name the place, China.
Right.
They make life hard. They take away your rights. I mean, look what happened in the subway, and where was that at? It was over in England or something, where a dude took a sword down into a subway and started hacking people up with a sword, killed a 13-year-old boy. Take their guns away to protect themselves, so some maniac comes at them with a sword and just starts killing little kids.
They're also not supposed to have knives or anything.
Yeah,
so
they're not
illegally.
But you get my point, though, right? The citizen who follows the law can't protect himself, while a maniac comes out here with whatever. It could have been a pipe wrench, dude. You know,
that's why.
You're right.
That's why I said earlier, look, don't ever, ever, ever give up your weapons or your ability to protect yourselves. And with that, though, we do need to wrap up. We're 10 minutes over.
You're good.
Thank you for watching, everybody. Have a great night. Come back to see us tomorrow, same time, same channel. Please like, subscribe, share. It's all free. We promise. You don't have to pay anything. And
unless you want to.
Yeah, unless you want to. We'll always take
I got bills
donations.
to pay.
Give us your money.
Yeah, we'll always take donations. But God bless. Good night. Somebody roll that wonderful footage. We got.
I got to get to that wonderful footage. Thank you guys for watching. Ring the bell. And as Scott said, come back tomorrow. We will have more fun, fabulous news for everybody.
That's right.
Yeah.
God bless.
We out. Peace out.
Later, y'all. Y'all have a good night.